Before I start the review, I want to let everyone know that everything I say on this channel is my opinion. I don't hate the company. I have never said anything bad about the company. The things I rant about on this channel is their booking decisions. If you respect my opinions, I will respect your opinions. I can take criticism if anything I say doesn't make sense to you. I am not a wrestling genius. I don't know everything about the company. Everything I say is my opinion. Thank you for listening. Let's go into the review. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're back once again for another Smackdown review. Smackdown this week was, it was entertaining. It was somewhat enjoyable at points. I'm not going to say it was definitely a good show. I'll just say it was average at best. The show kicked off with Daniel Bryan cutting a promo, calling the fans fickle, talking down everyone for intoxicating the environment. And then we had 205 Live star Mustafa Ali challenged Daniel Bryan to a match. And I saw this on WWE.com before the show started. I was very, very excited about this news because I think introducing 205 Live stars onto the main roster and putting them in these big type of matches, it will definitely help their stock, and it will definitely, it will definitely get the crowd to know who these people are. So we had Daniel Bryan versus Mustafa Ali. The match was decent. I understand the show's 2 hours. I know these two could have definitely done a hell of a lot better. The opening promo, though, was very, very good between Ali and Bryan. It was a good way to get people excited for their match. And in the end, Daniel Bryan uses the heel hook to tap out Ali. And then after the match, Daniel Bryan celebrated with the championship, but then started to attack Ali on the entranceway. Then we had a rap battle. This was boring, to be honest. This was very, very boring. I didn't understand this segment. The bar starts singing Ice Shamey. What? Like, I found that very, very confusing. And the Usos, they were not really rapping. This is just my opinion. I don't think the Usos were really rapping. They were just talking casually. Like, it was just a casual promo when they were cutting their promo. So in my opinion, the bar won because they were rapping, but the Usos were not rapping. But there was no winner. It all ended in chaos. Of course, nothing ends not normally in the world of professional wrestling. The bar stood tall at the end of this brawling chaos. Now, there was no Naomi versus Mandy Rose. That was a match that WWE booked, but for some insane reason, the match didn't happen. And Paige said on an interview that it was because of what The Miz did, which is right here. Shane McMahon and The Miz hijacked Mandy and Naomi's match. And, well, Naomi and Mandy went in the ring. He was in the ring the whole time, and he wanted to be Shane McMahon's tag team partner. And it seems like tonight is definitely going to be the end of what's going on between Shane and Miz. Shane and Miz versus two local jobbers, the Vegas boys. But Shane McMahon gets the victory. He taps out one of them to a chokehold. And these two guys wanted a paycheck, wanted a $5,000 paycheck, but Paige ripped it up and threw it back at them and told them to leave. And she was frustrated with the referee. So The Miz was booking matches on the fly. He was booking matches on his own without Shane's permission and Paige's permission. He was doing it all himself. Rey Mysterio attacked Randy Orton. This was fine. This was fine. It's now a chairs match at TLC between Orton and Rey. I'm not really interested at all in this match. The build has been somewhat fine, but in reality, I don't think in reality, it hasn't really been all that good. And speaking of The Miz and Shane, Shane McMahon started getting very angry with The Miz backstage, and he was saying stuff like, "Oh, you're hiring all these guys to come after me. You're giving me paychecks. You're booking matches behind my back." And then Miz is like, "Oh, but you know, I've made a lot of movies. I've never been considered the best in the world." And he says, "I really want to share this moment with you." But then Shane would take the crown jewel cup off of Miz, and he would refuse to shake Miz's hand, and Miz was really, really sad. "It's okay, Miz. You got a hot wife at home waiting to cuddle you. I'm pretty sure that would make you smile." We had Rusev and Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura and Samoa Joe. And I got to give a shout out to my good buddy King Schmidt. He said something very, very funny about Shinsuke Nakamura's attire. And he said that Nakamura looks like he's wearing pajamas. And I commented on it saying, and I commented LOL, and then I added another comment saying Pajama Nakamura. Seriously, I think that's what his name should be if he's going to be wearing pajamas, because it looks like pajamas he's wearing. So Rusev pinned Shinsuke Pajama Nakamura with a Machka kick for the win. This was a pretty pointless tag team match. I mean, I don't understand it. You know, Shinsuke and Samoa Joe is a dream tag team, don't get me wrong. But this tag team match really didn't make any sense, and it really just didn't do anything. All it did was just to set up Rusev and his title match with Nakamura, or Pajama Nakamura. I don't know if Joe versus Hardy and Pajama Nakamura versus Rusev are going to be announced for TLC. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that this tag team match was pretty worthless and a waste of time. The main event was Asuka versus Charlotte. This was a good match, and Asuka defeats Charlotte by disqualification. So Asuka technically gets her win back. Technically got her win back, and then there was just this big brawl between these three girls fighting over a kendo stick, and then Asuka is the one standing tall at the end of the show. That was pretty much that. Now, if I were WWE, I would save. I wouldn't do Rusev versus Nakamura at TLC because there's 12 matches already. Joe versus Hardy, that can wait another time. As for Miz and Shane, you know, I'm gonna build up some time here on this review. I'm gonna talk about some of the other things, some of the stuff that happened. Miz and Shane, I don't know where WWE is going with this feud. I've heard stories that WWE are possibly going with a double turn with Shane and Miz, where Shane goes heel and Miz becomes the babyface, which I don't know how to feel about that. I know this company needs more faces, but I'm not really comfortable with the Miz being a babyface. The new Daniel Bryan, great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying that stuff. Not gonna lie. I hope Daniel Bryan gets a long title reign. Rusev should definitely take the United States Championship off of Nakamura, but I don't think putting it on TLC, it would make sense because he pinned at Nakamura, but in reality, there's way too many matches. So I think just maybe save it for Royal Rumble, or maybe save it for the start of the year. You could have, you remember when Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship at the start of 2017, and Dean Ambrose won the IC title on the very first episode of the new year? Do that! Do that with Rusev and Nakamura. Have Rusev start off the new year winning the United States Championship. That's a pretty good idea. As for everything else that happened on the show, there's not much really happened on the show. I'm pretty sure Naomi and Mandy Rose are going to get a match maybe next week, because they didn't really have their match. So all in all, guys, not much happened on SmackDown. Not much happened on SmackDown this week. As for the main event, Asuka and Charlotte, it was a great match. But I think Asuka, after what happened, I don't think Asuka's probably going to win the championship now. I hope she does. Because Asuka deserves the championship. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Everything on here was my opinion, and I hope you guys respect my opinions. So, and I wanted to get this review out really as quickly as possible, because, it's bloody hot here in Melbourne. So yeah, that's everything on SmackDown Live, guys. Thank you all so much for joining. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Comment your opinions down below on your thoughts on SmackDown Live. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you all next time when I do more videos. Either tomorrow or whenever I've got time. See you then, guys.